Hey traders, so when it comes to trading, some of the biggest aspects that people like to discuss are always risk management, psychology, and strategy. But I realize traders often overweight each of the elements because when I'm running my community, when I'm coaching my students, I always tell them if you want to become a good trader, you have to be all rounded. You must be all rounded. All rounded means you need to have a profitable strategy pattern that you have back tested. You also need to have an effective risk management. Effective risk management includes a lot of things: your trade frequency, your win rate, your average risk reward, etc. You need to know how to optimize your entry and exit. You need to know how to do a proper journaling, proper reviewing process, your performance tracking, so etc. The list goes on. But often or not, traders are only exposed to some of the really basic information on the internet, which is again the three aspects: psychology, risk management, strategy. So today's topic, we are going to focus more on psychology. So does psychology really matters? Is it really that important? Because yesterday one of the traders approached me and said, hey, my psychology is off the chart, it's really bad. It's just bad. I realized that I would have consistent gain, then out of nowhere I just start revenge trading, or I start losing money because of my poor psychology. And I often say, if you have a mechanical system, if you know exactly what you're doing, you will you care you wouldn't care about psychology, because all I do every single day right now is I go into the chart and I identify potential setups. I go through my filtering process. I do my market scanning. I do my pre-market game plan. I plan out multiple scenarios. So these are like some of the routines before I start even putting on any position. But traders come into the market with the mindset of, or not with the mindset, with the real action of going to chart, wake up, go to the chart, and they start looking for potential setup. Can you see the gap between me and some of you, if you're watching? Is before I even put on any position, put in $3,000, $5,000 risk. That's my usual risk per trade. I'll need to go through a lot of things. I need to make sure that every single cent that I put on, that every single cent of risk that I put into the market has to be worthwhile. So I really take every single penny that important. I don't put on risk that I don't know what's the probability, what's the stats behind it. So don't blame psychology. So if you realize that you occasionally revenge trade, overtrade, or sometimes you make stupid mistakes by re-entering a setups multiple times, these are all because you don't have a solid mechanism that helps you to identify when should you trade, when should you not trade, when should you not re-enter back into a position, when should you walk away and stop trading. You need to have all of these thought out before you even learn how to properly execute your strategy, because you can be given, this is quite a common norm, you can be given the best strategy out there, but if you fail to stick to it, if you fail to really execute it, it will still become a bad strategy. But strategy itself, again, is not so important. What's more important is really, do you know how to trade? Do you understand the logic behind price movement? Do you understand why price move in a certain way? So it's deep. And that's why for any traders who join my trade club, if they are on a longer term plan, I give them access to 300 plus lessons so far. Is exactly because you need to be properly educated, you need to be well informed before you even think about trading psychology. You can be watching 10, 20, 30 mindset videos on my channel, but you still fail to trade. Why? Because you don't even know how to trade in the first place. Just like let me find an example. just like, let's say you're playing a golf, all right? You can be given the best the golf stick, whatever, but if you don't have the skill, you will still miss. You will still perform poorly. The same goes to trading. All right, you can be given. What if you have the toughest psychology, you have the best psychology in the world, but you don't know how to trade? All right. So if you are consistently losing money, if you are struggling, there's no another way round. There's no another word to sugarcoat it. You just don't know how to trade. So you can't say things like, Neil, I know how to trade, but my psychology is bad. No. If you perform poorly, you don't know how to trade. So that don't try to sort of make yourself feel better and say, oh, I perform poorly, but I realize I'm good at my strategy, this and that. I just being emotional. No, you're being emotional because you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, you wouldn't become emotional. So they all links together. So I hope this quick sharing also tell all of you the importance of being well educated, the importance of knowing exactly what you're doing before you even think about, oh, how can I master my psychology? No, nothing will make sense unless you really know how to trade. Once you know how to trade, then you go into psychology of how can I reduce my drawdown? How can I take advantage of that? So these are more of an advanced or elite topic. So that's for the quick sharing. I hope all of you like it. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.